Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we doing today? Awesome. We have Stonex to Kudo and we have Grace and Nile here. Grace will not be able to hear us, so let me just send a quick message. Kindly enable your audio via Zoom in other. Oh, okay, great. I can see she has already done that. So if you guys can hear me, a quick confirmation, kindly type in the chat section. Let us get that confirmation that you can hear, that the audio level is good to go. It is indeed a good morning to everybody here. I'm going to wait for your confirmation. Please kindly type it out. Kindly note that I will be the only one talking, just in case you're trying to talk. All you'll be doing is typing in the comment section. Okay, so I'm going to wait. Hopefully I get some feedback. And of course, we need to move accordingly because of time. So today we're going to be talking about technical analysis. Thank you. I can see Stonex Tukodo said audio clear. And then Madam Gray said, I can hear you. Awesome. Thank you, guys. So let's proceed with what we have for you today. Today, we're talking about technical analysis, as you can see on the screen. But before we dive into technical analysis, a quick one. Within maybe 1 minute, if anybody can, I'm sure somebody here must have been around yesterday and also on Tuesday, right? Today is day 3 of this workshop for beginners, right? So if you have been around, I don't know, is it possible if you can do like a quick summary? I always like it when we try to attempt some of these things. It helps us to, like a refresher, it helps us to remember just what we have been talking about up till now. Great, I can see more people are joining. Don't forget, guys, as usual, kindly post this up on your WhatsApp status. Let's have as many people as possible. We're trying to see how we can reach 50 people at the same time for now. That's what I'm trying to reach. And once we get to 50, then we can now increase the numbers after. So guys, please post this link on your WhatsApp status, on your Telegram, on your Facebook, Instagram. Let's have more people join us, right? So for those just joining us, you're welcome. Hope, Tom, Joshua, and Solomon Musa, you're welcome as well. Let's continue what we have. So we just said something now. If there's anybody that can do a quick summary for us, please kindly let us know. And if nobody, then no problem. Let's continue. I will do the summary at the end of the class. Yes, at the end of the class, right? So technical analysis. Yesterday, we talked about the fundamental analysis, which was the first part of the market analysis. Today, we're talking about the second part, technical analysis, which has to do with the charts. Fundamentals has to do with news. Today is the chart, which is technical analysis. So we're going to be breaking down some key information based on technical analysis. Meanwhile, this technical analysis is for what? Is to help us for entry and exit. I repeat, this technical analysis to help us for entry and exit of our charts, entry and exit. At the end of the day, we want to enter the market and exit with pips, with money, right? So that's what technical analysis is going to help you. It's going to help you to enter the right way, the proper way, using information from the charts, right? So let's do this now. Let's quickly just talk about this technical analysis a bit more, right? Because as I said, it has to do with the charts. And it's going to help us for entry, for exit. It's also going to help us to identify the trend. A lot of traders are having issues knowing the trend. When we say trend, it simply means that is the market moving upwards or is the market moving downwards? We're going to help you out shortly in this class. This technical analysis also helps us to understand those areas. They're called areas or levels or zones. You must have heard somebody say, oh, supply area, demand zone, and the rest of them. That's what technical analysis is going to help us. It's going to help us to identify all of this for entry and exit. Everything is strictly the entry and the exit. I repeat, it's all about the entry and the exit, right? So now Based on the uptrend, downtrend, based on this sideways market, these are the three categories. I hope you guys are paying attention. I hope you guys are writing down, right? The recording would also be available after the class, but notwithstanding, as you are here live, it's good for you to participate and then ask questions accordingly, right? So we just said now that a lot of traders normally have issues when it comes to determining the trend. What is the trend? Is the trend up? Is it down? Is it sideways? We need to be able to know, we need to be able to understand that when we place trades, we're placing it the proper way. That's it. When we place trades, we are placing it the proper way based on information, right? Don't forget, guys, kindly share this link on your status with friends, with family, so we can have more people join us for this free session. And then also follow us on our social media handles on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. Also follow us on YouTube. YouTube, after this training, the video will be uploaded there, right? So now let's continue. Let us proceed, right? So we're going to look at these diagrams here to explain to us much clearly what it means for uptrend. When it comes to uptrend, it simply means that the market is pushing higher. Simple. The market is pushing higher, and that is uptrend for you. So when we say uptrend, the next question could be, oh, since it's an uptrend, since it's an uptrend, what direction do we want to go? The direction we want to go is up. So as we want to go up, it means that we should be looking forward to buying opportunities. That is simply what this uptrend is going to tell us, buying. Meanwhile, this downtrend, as you can see here, downtrend, as the name implies, down, right? Which simply means that we want to sell, right? We want to buy in an uptrend, we want to sell in a downtrend because we are following the trend. We are following the trend, right? And then the next one is sideways. Sideways simply means that it is not going up and it is not going down. I repeat, sideways means that it is not going up and it is not going down. That means that there is more of this is more of a sideways market. That means that it is more of indecision. It's an indecision between the buyers and the sellers, no clear winner between the two of them, right? So it's always good to follow who has the upper hand. And in an uptrend, the buyers have the upper hand as the price is going up. So we should be looking forward to buying. And in the downtrend, the sellers have the upper hand. So we should be looking forward to selling as well, right? So we're just explaining to you everything that has to do, everything that entails with respect to the technical analysis, understanding where to enter, where to exit, looking at the trend. Is it an uptrend? Is it a downtrend? Or is it a sideways market, right? And what we call time frames. I'm going to show you time frames when we switch over to the MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5 trading application. Time frame is going to help us to determine the type of trader that we are. I repeat, time frame is going to help us to determine the type of trader that we are. And you can see the time frames in front of us from 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, all the way to 1 month. I repeat, all the way to 1 month. I'm going to show you that briefly on this particular chart that we have in front of us. You can see here, as you can see to the left-hand side on this 10 trade MT5, we have 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, all the way to 1 month, all the way to 1 month. What does this mean? I repeat, what does this mean? This simply means based on all these time frames, every candle, you can see these are all candles, right? Maybe I should zoom in a bit so that we could even see it a bit clearer. Now, this simply means that all candles that we have here, this candle, this candle, this candle, this candle, this candle, you can see all candles, right, is going to last for the time frame that you are using. So if you're using 1 hour, each candle will last for 1 hour. If you're using 1 day, each candle will last for 1 day. And this can easily help us to determine the type of trader that we are, right? Why? Because the lower the time frames, right, the faster the market is, and the higher the time frames, the slower the market is. And these are the types of traders that we have. You have those that are scalpers. Scalpers are those that are in and out very, very fast. I repeat, scalpers are those traders that are in and out very fast of the market. It could take them a few seconds to barely even a few minutes, right? But meanwhile, intraday, as the name implies, intraday, within that day, right? Within that day. So scalpers very fast based on the time frame intraday within that day. Please, let's pay attention. Remember, we said we can always watch the video. Hope is asking, please, can you do a recap? You said the lower time frame. Yes, you have time frames. These are the time frames over here, right? These are the time frames over here from 1 minute all the way to 1 month. The lower time frames, right? The lower time frames will determine are pretty fast. Let me say that again. The lower time frames are fast compared to the higher time frames. Because on the higher time frames, like 4 hours as an example, if you're using 4 hours, right? And on the 4 hours, it simply means that each candle is lasting for 4 hours. So that means that within the 4 hours, you can always go do something and even come back, and that candle has not closed. Compared to the 1 minute time frame, the 1 minute time frame simply means that each candle lasts for 1 minute. So you might probably be on your seats more often than not. And this is not the way to trade. Our trading should be one of passive, but not the one where we're actively in front of our system 24 hours. No, it doesn't work that way. Hope you understand that now a bit better. That's Mr. Hope. And then, or Hope, I'm not sure whether it's a Mr. or Miss or Mrs. So now scalper. Scalper is a type of trader that trades and holds trades for a few seconds to a few minutes. So a scalper is someone that is very, okay, Miss, thank you. Great. So a scalper is someone that is in and out very, very fast. We don't recommend this because you are beginners, you are new traders, right? So a scalper, you could easily say, is like when it comes to driving. I normally ask this question: have you seen a learner driver? I repeat, have you seen a learner driver before on the road speeding? The answer is no, you haven't. And that learner driver speeding is like a scalper. You know what most likely will happen to that learner driver if he's speeding on the road? Most likely it's going to be an accident. And that's why scalpers today, a lot of them are crashing their accounts. Because one characteristic of a scalper is a trader that does not use stop loss, which is dangerous. So we have intraday, the next one. This person holds trades for a few minutes to a few hours within that day. That's why it's called intraday. And then we have swing trader and position trader. Swing and position traders are those that can hold trades for long periods of time. Position trader, very possible to hold trades for years. And that's like the likes of Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett is more of a position trader. He holds his stocks for years, for a very long period of time, right? So these are the types of traders that we have. And don't forget, we said we would not advise you to be a scalper. Most times they tell traders you could either be an intraday trader or a swing trader, because it is not fast at all. It's not as fast as a scalper, and it's not as slow as a position trader. And these are the time frames that we just talked about now, as you can see in front of you, based on what we mentioned, the time frames, how active they are, and of course, the duration as well, the trading duration. You can see scalper said very short term, day trading, same day. Apologies, I had to take a little bit of water. Okay, swing trading, medium term, it could be a few days or even a few weeks, while position trader is a long period of time. Solomon Musa said, can you mention famous living FX traders, please? Let's continue. Probably if we get to the end, I might think of a few. famous living FX traders. Jesse Livermore is not living, he's famous, but he's not living. You could look at Warren Buffett, is still alive. But let's continue. I'm not sure why you need that, right? But let's continue with the main information of the day. So these are the different types of traders that we have. And then we need to ask ourselves, are you a trend trader or a counter trend trader? A trend trader is one who trades with the trend, while a counter trend trader is one that trades against the trend. And you must have heard this statement before, and we're going to mention it again for everybody in case you haven't heard this. The trend is your friend. Have you heard that before? The trend is your friend. And truly, truly, the trend indeed is your friend, which simply means if the market is going up, then we should be looking for opportunities to buy. If the market is going down, then we should be looking for opportunities to sell. That's it. That is for a trend trader. A counter trend trader is one that goes in the opposite direction. Example, we have an uptrend and the person is trying to what? Is trying to sell. So we normally advise it is better to be a trend trader. I repeat, it is better to be a trend trader, right? Great. So trend trading is what we normally advise. Counter trend trading carries more risk because you are going against the market. And when it comes to going against the market, I always ask traders, how much is in your account? The market comprises of everybody from all over the world. So if the market is going up, it shows you that $5 trillion, $6 trillion for that day is appreciating. I repeat, it is appreciating. And as you have 5 trillion, 6 trillion appreciating, you want to go against the trend. That is counter trend trading. It means that your money with maybe $100 or even less, or $200 or whatever, you want to use that $200, $300 to go up against $5 trillion. No, it doesn't work that way. And that's why we always say it is advisable for you to be a trend trader. Somebody said it's just coming. Are you coming in for the first time? If you are coming in for the first time for this workshop, for this 4 days workshop, today is day 3, you can head over to the YouTube channel. I repeat, you can head over to the YouTube channel, right, where you can get to watch the video recordings, including today's one. And I'd like to apologize to everybody. I won't be able to go back and forth and be starting all over again if you are just coming in, right? We need to try to be coming on time. And that's why the recording is also good, as it is available to everybody. I always like a situation where we finish the class in good time. And then if we have questions, we can look at the questions, right? But we need to finish and dish out the information. Stonex okay, sorry, I have a comment before that. So Solomon said Warren Buffett stocks. Yes, Warren Buffett stocks, that's true. And George Soros is one. Yes, that's true. There are a lot of other traders, of course, as you said, that are still living, right? But we'll talk about that later. As I said, we need to, first of all, cover ground on the key information of the day. And then after, we can discuss other things around it. We want to give you guys the knowledge needed so that you can place trades the proper way. So for now, we're trying to explain to you technical analysis, right? Based on the trend, based on the time frames, based on some key parameters that we need to know. And then we're going to continue, and then you get to know more, even with respect to what we call support and resistance. Stonex said, does counter trading ever work? Yes, and yes, it works. But it has to do with a lot of timing, right? Your timing has to be key because you're fighting the major trend and so on. It works, don't get me wrong. But as it works, it is not as safe as trading with the trend, because the trend is your friend, right? So we normally advise that this one is better because it is safer. Why not follow suit? But if you want, you can give some trials on going against the market. We are just going to show you what it entails to go with the market and to go against the market. then it is up to you. But don't forget, we are also advising you on what to do. So technical analysis, this has to do with what we call price action and then support and resistance. Price action and then support and resistance, right? This is technical analysis. So we're going to talk about price action now. Price action. As the name implies, as the name states, price action. We know what price is. Price is what? Price is the rate of something. Price is the value of something. What is action? Sorry for the English. Who can help us to define action? What do you understand by action? You know, now we're trying to explain price action, but we're breaking it down. So what do you understand by action? Can anybody help us out? Don't forget to invite people. Let's fill up this class. Let's have more people join us, right? A Telegram group has also been opened for everybody. And I believe for those that were here yesterday, at least we have joined. And you must have seen some comments come in. And another thing now is that we always tell you, if you are here and you're just listening to us, you're just getting the information and you're not practicing, trust me, you are not doing yourself any good, because you need to practice. If you want me to be very blunt, I don't know if you give me the permission, I can be very blunt, because I think a lot of traders need that. I can tell you for a fact that there are people here with me that have been trading for a while, and they have been losing for a while, they have been crashing accounts for a while. It has not just been working for them. But then do you know that maybe the hard, H-A-R-D, the hard truth might just work out for you? Let me know. If you want me to be straight to the point, blunt, hard truth, I will give it to you if it's going to help you to improve. Okay, so great. Let's continue. What is price action? We ask now, what is action? And you can see Kelechi said, action means something done to achieve a purpose. Okay, great. And Felicita said, action equals to motion, movement. I love that. You can see what Madam Felicitas did. One word each: motion, movement, right? And Zakia said, the fact or process of doing something typically to achieve an aim. Action, just like in the movie industry. 3, 2, 1, action. What happens when they do 3, 2, 1 action? You start to see people behave in a particular way, behave in a scripted way. And then you start to see what happens again. You start to see people move in a particular way, movement. So you can see I'm picking the words that we have already given us. And Madam Grace said, action gives you directions. Exactly. So we can simply say that price action is price movement, price motion, price direction, the direction of price, the movement of price, the behavior of price. That means that it's price moving up, it's price moving down, it's price moving sideways. Simple. Price action is very important, and we're going to look at it some more. You can see we define price as the value or rate of something, and the action, you can see you guys were the ones that said this, not me, not Tentrade. And you guys now say that action is what? Is the movement, and then somebody just said the direction now, Madam Grace. You can see we are on the right path. And as we're on the right path, you can see that you guys are answering the question before we even reveal it to you via the slides. What does this mean? That means that you guys understand, listen to this carefully. You understand the business of trading, but what remains, it is for you to apply this information. I repeat, it is for you to apply this information. The application, the implementation is very key. Please, I'm going to have to do something now. Any comment that comes in or question, it will be till I finish the class. If not, I will not finish. I hope that is okay with everybody. So I'm seeing your comments, but I will not address it now until we finish. If not, if I keep on in between going back and forth, we will not finish the class. Let's finish the class, and as we proceed, it might start to get clearer. And then also, please also note that you have access to these video recordings. You can always watch them over and over. Thank you. The next comment that came in was from Kelechi and said, it's very fine, let's continue. So now we have just defined price action. And then I want to show you some things with respect to this price action. Over here, you can do a screenshot. You might not be able to draw all of this very fast. You might quickly do a screenshot of these price action candles that we have here, because these are the key price action formations that traders use as a form of entry. I repeat, these are the key price action candlesticks. They're called candlesticks that traders use as a form of entry. Don't forget, at the very beginning, we said technical analysis has to do with entry and exit. Entry and exit. So these are the candles here. And apart from this being the candles, we now summarize them the more into these 4 major candles. You can do a screenshot of this again, and you can see the names. The first one is a bearish. When you say bearish means down. When you say bullish means up. And this is a bearish pin, the first diagram. As we said, a bearish pin, P-I-N. This pin is also known as a hammer. This is the pin over here. It's also known as a hammer. But when you find this bearish pin, it implies that price is most likely going to go down next. That means that the direction, the movements that we're going to have next after this candle is down. And then the bullish pin, bullish is up. And this is the pin here. You can see it looks like a pin or a hammer. When you have this, is going up. The same thing applies bullish engulfing. Engulfing means that this second candle, it swallows the first one. So this is an engulfing and it's bullish. That means that it is up as well. And vice versa, bearish engulfing is down, right? So you can take a screenshot of this one as well. You might not be able to draw it as fast as you might want, or maybe some of you have already drawn it as well. But please quickly do the needful before I move over to the next slide, right? Don't forget, please, once we finish the teachings, you have access to the videos to watch them over and over again. And then also, we will try to answer as many questions as possible at the end of the session. Okay, great. So now let's proceed. So now we have just talked about price action, and then we want to talk about support and resistance. Support and resistance. I want to believe that a lot of traders have heard about support and resistance before. Support and resistance. This can be known as an area, a level, or a zone. It is basically a place where you want to enter the market and even also exit the market. That is what support and resistance is. And we are going, when I say we, that's 10 Trade, myself, and you, everybody here. We are going to discuss this support and resistance using demand and supply. I repeat, we're going to discuss this support and resistance using demand and supply. So I'm going to ask some questions and you guys would help us with the answers. The first question is this: who can help us? When demand is greater than supply, we're showing you how easy and how straightforward it is, by the way. When demand is greater than supply, what happens to price? Is the price going to go up or is the price going to go down? Who can help us? Okay, thank you. I have about 2 comments coming in. First comment from Kelechi said, price goes up. Stonex said, price goes up. Felicita said, demand greater than supply, price goes up. Interesting. Now you guys can see that you all said the same thing, right? Another comment coming in from Zakio said, price goes down. If so, please, let's pay attention to the question. The question is demand greater than supply, one after the other. Please, demand greater than supply, what happens to price? Price truly is going to go up. So we all got it. But can you give us an example? Give us an example. By the time you give us an example, it will help you to understand better, and to help those that are here that might not be fully understanding this to understand. And I'm smiling because there are a lot of examples I can think of, especially based in Nigeria. Okay? So thank you, Zacchaeus. Now said price goes up if demand is greater than supply. Thank you. Please, let's be together. Do not be ahead. You can be ahead, but let's be together majorly. So now we asked the question and then we said, give us an example, demand greater than supply. First answer coming in from Kelechi said, current money circulation in Nigeria and fuel scarcity. Interesting. Do you guys agree with Kelechi that said current money circulation in Nigeria? That means demand is greater than supply and fuel scarcity as well. I remember you said, you guys, not me, you said that the price is going to go up. So has the price gone up based on the money circulation in Nigeria? Has the price gone up based on fuel scarcity? And you can see, the next comment, I'm just scrolling down, coming from StoneX said, fuel scarcity is a perfect, I'm not the one that said it. You guys can see everybody's comment. He said a perfect example. Perfect example because we are living it. Well, you guys are living it, not me anymore. But we are living it. We have lived it. We understand what happens when there's fuel scarcity. The price is going to go up. And Grace said, yes, thank you. And then Felicita said, example, foodstuff. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at what Felicita said. Example, foodstuff, Christmas time, and not enough rice, but so many people want rice. Exactly. So the price of rice, the price of chicken, the price of oil during Christmas period is going to go up. That means that the demand for those things has increased tremendously. Beautiful. Andrew said, I concur with Kelechi. Thank you. Kelechi said, we are using money to buy money here. I know, I have been hearing the story. It is rather sad that it is now using Naira to buy Naira. It's very sad, I'm telling you. Okay, Zakio says scarcity of fuel, rate of demand is higher than supply. That means the price of fuel goes way higher. StoneX says there was one time onion, beautiful. I remember that time of onions. You remember the time of tomatoes? There was a time of tomatoes, maybe like, was that like 3-4 years ago? Maybe like 3-4-5 years ago, when tomatoes was kind of the supply had dropped, the demand was high, and I believe that period was when from the north they said they were not going to transport it to us or something like that. So thank you for that. And now let me tell you what I love about our sessions together. I love the fact that everybody more or less will chip in. And you can see the different examples we're giving. Somebody just gave us onions. Would you have thought of onions? But as they mentioned onions, and look at what the person says. Stonex said there was one time, not now, there was a time that onion was scarce and ordinary onions was expensive. I'm sure you agree. So I love all the examples that we're giving. Beautiful. You guys keep it up. It simply shows that you guys are understanding what we're talking about. It now remains for you to implement. You can watch this recording as many times as possible. You can comment on the recordings on the YouTube channel. I'll try to reply. Join us on the Telegram channel as well. You ask a question, we'll try and get back to everybody in good time as well, right? I always say in good time for one reason or the other. But yesterday I mentioned that I am not in Nigeria, so my timing might be a bit off. And then in good time, I will reply. Supply greater than demand. I don't think we even need to do supply greater than demand. But if we were to ask you what happens to price, supply and demand, I'm sure everybody will say down. So let me ask you guys this question. Give us examples. Rush us with examples. Let us get examples of when supply is greater than demand. And based on this, we're going to cross over to the charts and then show you based on the chart. Remember, we said technicals has to do with the chart. We're going to show you based on the charts, this demand greater than supply and supply greater than demand. And if there is time, we would use an example to combine fundamentals and technicals. Remember yesterday we said, do not place trades based on only fundamentals and do not place trades, you place trades rather combining fundamentals and technicals together. They say that two good heads are better than one. As I'm talking, I was expecting to see examples of supply greater than demand, but nobody has given us. Is it hard? Is it difficult? It cannot be. I'm telling you, trading is not hard. Trading is not difficult. You just need to apply yourself. And I hope we're together. I really hope we're together. Beautiful. So we have two comments coming in, and I'm going to read them up now. StoneX says supply greater than demand has oh my god, has that ever happened in Nigeria? LOL. I don't know. I'm not going to answer that question. You're asking me a question. I'm not going to answer this particular one. But let us understand the concept. And now it might not even have to be Nigeria. But even let me even tell you, in Nigeria, there are instances where supply is greater than demand. It's just that it is more very rare compared to demand, because we always have demand greater than supply. Things are always going up. And Kelechi says supply of crude oil during COVID. Beautiful. That's a good one. You know, we talked about that yesterday. For those that were here, supply of crude oil during COVID, it was higher than demand, and then the price of crude oil dropped. Beautiful. Give us more examples. Hope said Agbalumo. Explain your Agbalumo. We can see now, you can see from the examples that some of us are giving, you will know that some of us like Agbalumo, some of us might like rice, some of us might like this and like that. So we're getting to know ourselves better even in this class, right? Somebody please do not mention beans, do not mention dodo or something. We will know what you like. And then Zacchaeus also said during COVID-19, supply of crude oil greater than demand. Beautiful. You can see we're even giving more, the same thing from us over here. StoneX also said only Agbalumo. Imagine that. You can see StoneX and Hope, they both like Agbalumo. Maybe you guys can talk some more and find out where to get the best Agbalumo. Hopefully you're in the same state, because they both like Agbalumo and they're using it for this example. Okay, let me scroll down and read some other comments. Felicita said, supply greater than demand. Example as we're entering RIP. Beautiful. This was the example I was waiting for. Raining season, you would have a lot of the fruits, you have a lot of tomatoes, you have a lot of this or that seasonal, something that is seasonal. So that seasonal period, during mango, during tomatoes, they could even be doing buy one, get one free or discount or something, because they have to sell it fast. So the prices of these things will actually go down. So this is an example of something that happens in Nigeria. Someone was asking, I had to scroll up. Stonex was asking earlier whether supply greater than demand happens in Nigeria. So yes, the answer is yes. Thank you, Felicitas. And Andrew said, it's playing out in a corn market. Great. You can see something like seasonal. The price of a bag of corn has fallen because of the current currency scarcity. Aha, this is another angle to it. Traders are lowering prices to get money. Exactly. You can see what's going on, right? In some instances, traders or people will lower their prices to sell faster. While in the same instance, right? Because you are using this currency issue. In the same instance of currency issue, the prices of some things are going up. The price of money is going up. The price of naira is going up, as an example. Felicita said, there's a perception that during Christmas, there's greater supply of beauty. Wow, you guys cannot see me. I turn off my video so you pay attention to the audio and what's on the screen. I'm putting my hand on my chest and I'm trying to tell you guys thank you. I'm loving your examples. Now, why would Felicita say that there's greater supply of dollars in Nigeria? Because of, you see, that's even the explanation. Because of people coming home. Black market trade for dollars then drop. Exactly. Because now they have flooded the market with dollars. That's a good one. I love the fact that you guys, let me show you the next slide. Let me show you the next slide now here. So this slide over here, you can see, right, that this is exactly what you guys have been talking about. This is exactly what you guys have been talking about from this next slide. You can see from here, I'm going to just flip through this because of time. You can see where we talked about demand greater. We talked about demand greater. And then what do we have in front of us? Demand greater, we said what? Price goes up, it rises, and then we have more buyers than sellers. And then for resistance, supply greater than demand, price is going to fall, and sellers are more than buyers, right? Just in like the instance of onion sellers, tomato sellers, fruit sellers, right? An example. So I like the fact, please write this down, guys. Write this down or take a screenshot or whatever the case might be. Because of time, I want us to be finishing on time. so that the video will not be too lengthy for people to watch, or those that are just coming in, or maybe you didn't fully understand one thing or the other. You can go back and watch the videos, and then it will help you to understand better, right? So this is support and resistance that we have just talked about at its best. You can see, right? You have, like where you are now, I want to believe you are inside a building. If you look at the ground over here, we can call the ground the support, right? Call the ground support, and call this top here, we call it the resistance. You know, we're talking about support resistance. This is what we have here. Support is when price does what? Price goes up. So you can see this follows what we're talking about. Support is when price goes up. Resistance is where price goes down, right? So it has gone down back to support. Support, price will go up to resistance, and then resistance, price will go down to support. Support, price will go up to resistance. Resistance, price will go down to support. Support, price will go up to resistance. Resistance, price goes down to support. You can see what we're doing. Before you know it, you have price moving in this manner. And if price is moving in this manner, if we were to ask you, is this an uptrend, downtrend, or sideways, you would easily see sideways. You would say it's sideways because price is bouncing. Price is bouncing between these two areas. Somebody is here but can't hear. Let me just try and send the message out quickly at Makolo. Kindly enable your audio via Zoom in order to hear, right? So I just quickly type that, and hopefully Makolo can see it. If you can't hear or see it, and quickly do the needful, right? So now something has been happening here. Price has been bouncing, it has been moving sideways, it has been ranging, it has been consolidating, it has been whatever English you want to use to show that it is moving in this particular moving price action, moving in this particular. So you can see price action is also here. This is price. So you can see that price has been moving in a sideways manner. But this is not going to happen forever. So it's going to happen at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, from support here, when price goes up to the resistance and then goes back again, at the end of the day, price would either break out to the upside, price will break out to the upside, or price will break out to the downside. Maybe it breaks out to the upside, right? Like this other side that becomes support automatically. It breaks down to this point here, automatically becomes resistance, right? I'm going to show you something on the next slide that's going to help us to know how to enter and exit the market, right? So on the next slide, if you look very well, this is what we're talking about. So you can see that from the support, price pushed higher, it got to the resistance and broke out. As it broke out, this place now becomes support, here becomes resistance. And as you can see, what happens to price? Price now goes down to the support. From here, we're expecting buyers to come in. Remember, we're supposed to be buying at the support, and the market is gradually moving higher. We expect the price to push higher, pass this resistance, break the resistance, here becomes support, and the price comes back to support here and pushes higher. You can see that this has now also turned to another area where the other side here is resistance, but above is support. Price comes back here, hits here to support, pushes higher, and before you know it, you have price move in this kind of manner. And when you see price move in this kind of manner, you would now say, oh, this is an uptrend. It's an uptrend because it started from this point and then is now presently over here, right? But you could have seen the uptrend as it was building, as it was forming, if you had understood support and resistance based on how price is moving, right? You would have understand this, and then it would have helped you to what? To position yourself properly so that you can make money at the end of the day. So that you can make money at the end of the day. Don't worry, guys. That is why we said something. I'm going to say something again, apart from the fact that you guys can watch this video over and over again on the YouTube channel. I want to say something quickly. When we talk about these things, at times, some people might understand, some people might not understand on the spot. It is now a thing of practicing, the thing of reading up the more, the thing of implementing. You need to implement. Yesterday we said, listen to this, guys. Yesterday we said, you guys, make sure you have your 10 trade demo account, make sure you have your 10 trade live account and start doing something. I know I chatted with somebody yesterday. Towards the end, I gave you guys my number. and I chatted with at least one person. I chatted with a couple of people. At least one person said he made payment, he funded the account yesterday, right? At least one person said he funded the account yesterday, right? And was then asking, okay, great, what next? And then I said, relax, finish the class, learn well. You can even go to your demo and then come back to your live when you have built confidence, or you can start using it and use the small S lot size. We're not talking about lot size. We're going to talk about that tomorrow, right? So back to this, an uptrend, guys, just pay attention to get clearer. This is an uptrend, and then before you know it, this uptrend will now look something like this. Oops, okay, other way. You now look something like this, where it is now a strong uptrend, but if you understood the movement, you would have taken advantage, right? I repeat, you would have taken advantage along the way, right? Great, I can see that, okay, Makolo's audio is still not on. Okay, let's continue. So this is what we have over here. Now, I want us to do something. I want to show you guys one or two things before we probably do Q&A. That I try to answer some of the questions that some of you have posted above. And that's why we always say time permitted. And we also try to ensure that we don't extend the classes for too long, so that you have access to the recordings and then you can watch them on a replay. Don't worry. You know, has this ever happened to you before? You watch a particular movie maybe like 50 times, 100 times, and before you know it, you know that movie in and out. That's how it's going to be. By the time you watch this recording back to back, you start to get clearer, and you practice know-how. There is know-how that you will not get better. I repeat, there is know-how that you will not get better. Now, I want us to cross over to the charts. I want us to cross over to the charts and then look at a few charts, and then I'm going to show you how to use the technicals over here. And we're going to combine, we're going to use at least one example. I'm going to give you guys one example at least based on fundamentals and technicals, how I personally use it, how we look at it here at 10 Trade, because you need to be able to understand the market and let the market work for you and not you working for the market, right? It's not a thing of losing money. Of course, you have losses, but don't lose money to the point where your account is crying and then you don't have enough money to make money. No, that is not good at all, right? Great. So if you look at what we have right in front of us, I think, sorry, let me just try to adjust this a bit. If you look at what we have right in front of us, great, just adjusted it a bit. If you look at what we have right in front of us, we're going to do some markings on this chart based on the way price moved, price action. So if you look at it very well, let me do some markings, just a second. Here, if you look at it very well, price from here, it moved up, then from here, it came down, and then from here, it went up to this point here. Guys, see what I'm doing? Apologies, my hand might not be that straight, right? So from what we can see over here, let me show you what we're actually trying to do. You can see that I'm actually tracing price. I'm sure most have done some form of tracing before when we were much younger. So I'm tracing price, looking at how price is moving. How price is moving. You can see from here, this was where the price started. You can call this support. From here was where the price got to. You can call this resistance, right? So let me do some proper markings here. I'm going to do some markings here so that we can at least see this thing better. I'm going to use a horizontal line. You can use a horizontal line or you can use a rectangle. Let's just use a horizontal line for now. I clicked on the horizontal line. I'm going to come to this point and drop it here. As you can see, I think I need to clean out this drawings. It's making it look messy, right? So you can just do your own drawings as I did, up, down, following price. And then over here, you can see over here is what? Over here is what? Is resistance, right? So price moved from here, from support to resistance, came down to this point, started to go up. What would we call here? We'll call here support, because price started to go up. So we'll pick another horizontal line and then drop it here. Now look at it. Price was going up to this area of resistance, right? So that means that this resistance point is where we are supposed to be selling, right? You said you're not seeing the drawing. Oops, sorry, let me just double check that. Can you see the drawing? Oh, okay. Now said, okay, showing now. Felicitas said, Jonathan, try zooming in on your own screen. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I'm just scrolling down on the comments now. Remember I said I'm focusing on the explanation. I can always come back and explain the drawing and so on. Look at what happened following our story over here, right? Price went up. So from here, support, from here, resistance, from here, support, here. This is now going to be resistance here. Price didn't get there. It came down a bit and then pushed higher, got to this point of resistance. It did not respect it, ignored, went back to the area of resistance, and look at what kept on happening. You'll notice something as I'm doing these markings. Price kept on respecting this area that we have drawn over here, right? And then over here, look at what happened here, guys. Over here, remember we said this is support. This is support. Look at what happened here. From here, price broke out. And look at what happened immediately. It came back to where? It came back to the area here under the support that has now turned to resistance. And if you remember, resistance is where we enter to sell. I repeat, resistance is where we enter to sell. And then look at what happened here. From here, it came back to the resistance and then went down. Don't forget, we have an area here. And this area is what we call support. Now you can see how we're drawing it one after the other, moving from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. And if you look at what we have over here, I repeat, if you look at what we have over here, another thing that jumps at you is that the directional bias, how the market is moving, the trend is what is down, because this is where the market started from. The market started from here, as you can see, and this is where the market is presently, right? So more or less, the market has moved from here to this point here. I can see the arrow is pointing downwards. I repeat, the arrow is pointing downwards. So it's pointing downwards. What you are interested in is selling. You are majorly interested in selling. And I'm going to show you an area that I personally am watching this chart in order to sell. So this is the area where I'm looking forward to selling on this particular chart. If you look at it very well, you notice that this is the area. Remember we said it's an area or price or zone, and that's why I deliberately switch over to my rectangle, because it can be this thing, it can be like this, can be like this, can be like this. But just capture the area. That's what is very important. So I've captured the area here, and then I personally would like to see the price push higher to this area of now resistance. Here is resistance, here was support, where the price went up to another resistance. So I would like to see the price push higher to resistance here, and then we get an entry here, and then we hold it all the way down to this lows, the lows shown on the chart, right? So looking at this very well, we just did something now. We identify the trend, which is a downtrend, and in every downtrend, you want to what? You want to sell. This chart is also explaining the supply greater than demand, because as supply is greater than demand, the price is dropping. And as the price is dropping, you want to sell. Where do you sell? You sell at that point of resistance. You sell at that area where you have a lot of sellers. I hope that makes sense, because this is what we're going to be doing based on our support, our resistance. It is required of you. Yesterday we gave you, I believe we gave out an assignment on Tuesday. I believe we gave out a little one on yesterday as well. I'm not really sure, but I know we gave out an assignment on Tuesday, because the truth now is that assignments are very good for everybody. So I want to ask you guys, right? We're still continuing with the class. I want to quickly ask you guys, are you going to do an assignment? If we give you an assignment, are you going to do it now? It's an assignment, that means it's at home, not now. You understand what we were trying to say? But if we give you an assignment, are you going to do it? Because the truth now is that that assignment is not for us, it is for you. But then one thing I always tell traders today is that when you are in a free session like this, most traders don't take full advantage of it. But trust me, in this session, there are people that are paying a good amount of money for training. And this training, you're getting it free, thanks to 10 Trade. Let me ask another quick question, just to show to everybody here the value you are getting for free. So I'm going to ask this question. If you have paid before for a training, let us know the amount you have paid. I'm going to scroll down now because I can see some comments coming in. Kelechi said, yes, I will do my assignment. Joy said, yes, I will. Grace said yes. Stonex said yes, I will. Okay, that's about 4 people out of about 14, 13 of us. No problem. That is not even up to half. It's not a problem at all. I've already done my assignment. It's up to you. You decide whether you want to, whether you don't want to. It's up to you. But trust me, if something's going to help you to improve, then why not? That's all I can say. Why not? Right? Okay, more people saying yes, I will. Aha, the question I asked before, where I said, have you attended the training before? Have you paid? How much did you pay? Kelechi said, I paid $100 for a training. Interesting. Andrew said, yes, oh, I will. Okay, you do the assignment. Jonathan said, yes, as well. Please, if you are saying yes, let us know the amount that you have paid for training before. So that I want to believe some people have paid some scary numbers before here. Let me see. Okay, you can see, first of all, Kelechi said I paid $100 for training. Joyce Sambu, let me just call you Madam Joyce, sorry, said I have paid $200. A quick question for you guys. What was the duration of the training for those that say they have paid money before? Joyce said, I'm really glad at this opportunity. Awesome. Please spread the word. That's why we keep on saying, spread the word to others, so that they will not go and spend money here and spend money there, right? I don't even know whether you got value, but you don't need to tell me. You don't need to try to look and say things that will just please us. No, it's up to you. You will know whether you've gotten value or not. I want us to do something. Thank you for your remaining comments coming in. Beautiful. Guys, look at this. I knew this was going to happen. I'm going to first of all read the remaining comments. Grace said, I paid $35. You can see we had $100, $200, and then somebody said $35. Somebody said, Kelechi said mine lasted for two weeks, and the 2 weeks was $100. Okay. Look at what Felicitas said. Guys, read Felicitas, please. Felicitas said, not paid for training, but paid for mentoring $1,000. And then Joy said mine was for 1 month. Madam Felicitas, what was your duration of that mentoring? I believe that mentoring was one-on-one, because trust me, this information you are getting, we have not finished though. We're going to still have a class tomorrow talking about risk management and psychology of trading. Psychology, very key, very important, has to do with the control of your emotions, right? So if you can let us know, Madam Felicitas, how long that was. So you can see, some people are saying $35, $100, $200. Somebody is saying $8,000. I would tell you guys that I know somebody that has paid more than $5,000 for training to get all of this information. So we say, as you are getting it under the roof of 10 trade, it is good for you at the end of the day. But people, because it is free, they don't make the best of it. Oh, well, I don't know what to say about that. But let's continue notwithstanding. I want to show you guys something, and it's going to be an image. But before I show you the image, I'm going to guide you guys through just to show you how easy and straightforward what we're about to say is. I'm going to guide you guys through, right? And then after, we'll gradually go to Q&A and then call it a day. Pelissa said, my mentoring is lifelong and is based on my mentor's advice that I'm here. Oh, nice. It's based on your mentor's advice that you're here. Oh, nice. The mentor you paid $1,000. Wow. That person is really helping you from different angles. Okay, no worries. Thank you. I want us to talk about something. And this time around, I'm going to be writing it down. Right? We're going to be combining fundamentals and technicals. We're going to write some of them down, not all, but most of it. We're going to be talking about fundamentals and technicals, how to combine the two together now. And we're going to be using an instance known as the World Cup. We're going to be using the World Cup. And by the way, we're going to use the World Cup in 2018, because Qatar, they are not listed amongst the list here. And I'm going to show you this example. I did a screenshot of what we're going to do. So we'll use the screenshot to explain better. But now look at it this way. The World Cup in 2018, where did it occur? Can anybody help us out? Who knows where it occurred? Where was the venue? Where was the venue? Joy, sorry, I would have to leave now. I have a meeting. I should contact you. No, it doesn't work that way. And I know, don't worry, you can watch the recording. But if Joy, if you have an account with us, please contact your account manager. Please contact your account manager. that will help you with the recording of this, or just simply follow us on YouTube, 10 Trade. Look for 10 Trade. I put the link earlier. Or worst case, reach out to the person that gave you the link. The person would help you with the YouTube channel, would help you with any other thing. I don't contact people. It's your account manager that will contact you. I could give out my number again towards the end, but let's continue. Thank you guys for answering. You said Russia. Thank you. So the Russian currency is RUB. Stay with me, guys. Please stay with me. Picture this is easy, it's straightforward, and you're going to see yourself as well. Right? So now, the currency is RUB. The currency of Russia is known as RUB. So during the World Cup in 2018, what do you think was happening to the value of RUB? Was it going up or was it going down? What do you think happened to the value of RUB during the 2018 World Cup in Russia? Who can help us out? Was it going up or was it going down? First answer from Kelechi. I tend to drink a lot of water now during sessions, which is good. They always say drink plenty of water. Okay, thank you. Kelechi said it would go up, going up. So next said, I feel it would go up. You need to be sure. It's not just a feeling. You need to be very sure. And that's why we always say explain. So I'm going to explain to everybody now. Because yes, indeed, RUB, the value of RUB is going to go up, right? It's going to go up, and up means what? It means buying. So it will be buying. Okay, you now said it will go up, sure. So you are buying RUB. Why do you think people were buying? Let me answer this question, guys, because we need to be on the same page. Why do you think people were buying the RUB during the World Cup? Who has an idea? The World Cup anywhere. Why would people be buying that currency? I think because of time, I'm just going to answer the questions. I wanted to just use that as a form of guidance so that you guys are answering. As you're answering, we're putting the pieces together. I'm sure you guys have filled a puzzle piece before. So we're putting the pieces together and you're seeing that it's coming together and it is making a lot of sense. Okay, Stonex said that's fundamental analysis news. Yes, it's fundamentals. Yes, this part is fundamentals. That's why we're treating fundamentals first. By the time I show you the image would cover the technical part of it, right? By the time I show you the image will cover the technical part of it. That's it. So now let's answer this one first of all. Okay, let's continue. So RUB what? RUB will go up. You can see that how beautiful Kelechi said demand for the currency for expenditure during the World Cup. Beautiful, thank you. And Felicita said the RUB was in high demand as people and tourists. Exactly, simple. Tourists, people were there and they needed the currency. You from Nigeria, you go for World Cup in Russia. Are you going to spend Naira there? Don't carry Naira there. You carry Naira there. What will happen? You will wash plates. You will wash plenty of plates during World Cup. That's where you watch your own World Cup. So you're not going to carry your Naira there, and you don't have RUB here in Nigeria. You don't say RUB here. So which currency would you carry to Russia? You carry the most traded currency in the world. You carry the USD. So that means that, listen to this, guys. That means that you are going to be buying RUB, right? While you are selling what? You are selling USD. So you are using the US dollar that you carry to Russia to buy the RUB. So this is what it looks over here. So the currency pair, I'm sure you guys remember the currency pairing that we did yesterday. Remember we did currency pairing? You guys can go back and watch the video. It has been uploaded on the YouTube already. So the currency pair, this is it over here, USD RUB. Now, question for you guys. For those that were here yesterday, watch the video, do you understand what we're talking about? Don't worry, everybody will be on the same page at the end of the day. I don't want to make this too lengthy. It's a little bit after 10, but we're going to continue. What do you think we're going to be clicking? What are you going to be clicking on with respect to USD RUB? Okay, Jonathan said demand for the pair will be high. So a lot of people will want to come to watch the ball live, log in hotel. Exactly. You are telling us now, you're giving us more examples of why people will need the RUB. You need the RUB to live in the hotels. to transport yourself from here to there, to the venue, to eat food, to do shopping, to do many things. You need a currency. The currency will be in high demand during the World Cup period. Thank you. So USD who can help us? What are we clicking on? We did the pairing yesterday, and unfortunately, I'm not going to explain the pairing again now. I'll just recommend you go to watch the video for yesterday, right? Watch the video for yesterday, and it will help you out the more. Okay, I can't see any comment coming in for the USD REB. I'm going to just help you out since I can't see any comment coming in. We're going to look at what we were supposed to click on, whether it was a buy or a sell. I'm going to do the explanation, and then we're going to see whether it makes sense. Okay, you can see Kelechi said sell. Interesting. Now, let me tell you guys something also. Remember yesterday we said we'll give out some things to guys for one reason or the other. I'm still talking to management, but that's management of 10 trade. But this is what we have come up with to make it fair to everybody, not just the person that is just answering the first, because maybe the person answering the first already has the knowledge or is a fast learner compared to others. So it should be fair to everybody. So what we came up with is that for you to be able to partake in the gifts, I'll still announce this. I'm still talking to management, as I said, for you to be able to partake in a special gift, which I would also be involved. I personally will be involved. You need to fund your account with a particular amount. I'll get the proper information for you guys tomorrow. And then from there, we tell you tomorrow, which will be our last day for this workshop, but of course, not our last day together. After today, remind me, I'll give you my number in a bit, and then you can always chat me up, and then we'll continue from there. So thank you guys. Your answer, sell, is correct. So this is how the sell looks like. When you click on sell, you are selling USD. Remember, you always attack the first currency. You are selling USD while doing the opposite to the second, which is buy REB. Beautiful. So that means, listen to this, guys. That means during the World Cup, we're supposed to be selling the USD REB. Now, what direction? Listen, what direction during the World Cup would the price have gone, up or down? Based on the fact that we're clicking on sell. We're clicking on sell. What direction would it have gone? Is it up or is it down? Who can help us out? Is it up or is it down during the World Cup? Based on your answers, I'm going to show you something now. First answer from Kelechi, next answer from Joy. Thank you guys for giving us the same answer. Still next to the same thing. And you can see everybody saying the same thing. So I'm going to reveal the image. I did a screenshot. I'm going to reveal the image of the USD REB, and you can see it in front of you. This is USD REB here. And I took it back to 2018. If you look very well, I took it back to 2018 when the World Cup started here, and then when the World Cup ended here, as you can see. So if you look at it very well from here, the price first of all went up, came down up here, and then moved in this manner, as you can see, and eventually went all the way down to this point. You can see clicking on sell, and then the price going down is expected based on our fundamentals, and it is shown on the technicals. It is shown on the technicals. That's why I'm a strong believer in technicals. No matter what's happening out there in the world, it will show on your charts, right? It will always show on your chart. Now look at what we have done. I'm going to show you guys something. Who can help us out? This place that we have marked as where the price started here. Is this place support or resistance? I need your quick, very quick answer, because this is about 10 minutes after 10. In the next like roughly 5 to 10 minutes, I want us to wrap up this class, but I want to show you guys this one first of all before we call it a day. From here, what will you call this? Will you call it support or resistance? First answer coming in from Jonathan. Beautiful. Somebody different now from Kelechi. Jonathan said the answer is what? Said the support. Kanayo said support. Kelechi said first is support. Thank you. So I'm going to put an S over here. Hopefully you guys can see. So this is support. Price went up. What is this over here? This point is what? Is resistance, right? Let me try and use something straight. I'm going to use this so that we can see it very well. So I'm just going to draw this here to represent our what? To represent our support. I'll do this here to represent our resistance. And we're going to look at how price behaved. You see, now we're combining, listen, we're combining the fundamentals and technicals together. we're combining the fundamentals and technicals together. So I want to show you how they both apply. Fundamentals has told us that we should be selling. So we now need to look for where to sell on this chart. And when you want to sell, you are selling at the resistance. You can go back and check your notes. I believe you wrote that down. You know, your notes should be a summary. The video should be you trying to watch everything to maybe gain something that you did not gain while you were in the class, right? To refresh your memory and so on. Here is support, here is resistance. From resistance, price set come down, came back to the support. It pushed higher, but it did not get to this point here of the resistance, got to this point, and then turned around. Listen, guys, what this? It turned around, got to support, and then broke the support. As it broke the support, the other side has turned to resistance. Interesting. From here, it said to go up. I said to go up. What do we have here? We have support. You can see you have to draw it all the way down. My hand is not always straight. So from here, support. Remember, we want to sell. We want to sell because fundamentals has told us to sell, and they want to sell at the resistance. So we're waiting for resistance. This is resistance here. You enter here. Price came down back to support. You have made some nice money. Price came back again for the second time, back to resistance. You placed a sell. It went down, got to the support, broke it, and ended here. Isn't this even more money for this one? This was the first trade over here. So the first trade. And then this was the second trade over here. Right? We have the first trade and then the second trade. So if you look at what's happening here, this is the walk-up. This was the chart. Well, people will not understand this chart. I repeat, people will not understand this chart simply because they did not understand the fundamentals, they did not understand the technicals, and they did not understand how to combine the fundamentals and technicals together. I hope this is making sense for you guys. Let me know. I want to believe this is making sense. I have one more question to ask before we do light Q&A because of the timing of the video. I want us to do one more thing, but I want to be sure that you guys understand what we've talked about. Please, you guys need to watch the videos. Let me tell you something. You are going to put in a bit of time into the business. But the good thing now for you is that you don't need to put in as much time as we did at the very beginning. We didn't have mentors. We didn't have people. We didn't have brokers. When some of us started trading, we didn't have brokers here in Nigeria. We're trading with brokers outside, right? Just to show you how far we have come. But now we're under 10 trade, helping you to understand this better. You need to take advantage. You don't take advantage, it is on you. Some of us have paid plenty of money. Some of us might have even paid more than $1,000 before, and then they did not get value of up to what we are doing over here. Interesting. The irony. Okay, 2 comments coming in. Let me scroll down. Stonex said a whole lot of sense. Thank you. Kelechi said making much sense, sir. Thank you. Right? So as you guys are saying, it's making sense. This is the explanation during. I need to stress that. During the World Cup. This is the explanation during the World Cup. Now, I want us to do something during the World Cup. Now, who can help us out? I'm going to write it over here, right? USD RUB. What do you think will happen to USD RUB after the World Cup? This was where the World Cup ended. You can see the World Cup ended here. So this is the World Cup as it ended over here on this vertical line. Who can tell us? What do you think will happen to the USD RUB after the World Cup? Are we going to be clicking on buy or are we going to be clicking on sell? After this, I promise I'm going to wrap up. I could use so many examples of Netflix from 2020, the era of COVID, lockdown. You can use different things, crude oil. You guys can even check it yourself, but we won't be able to do that because of time. Okay, Kelechi said probably going up. Probably, that word probably, it shows the lack of confidence, the lack that you are sure of what you are saying. We need to be sure. Jonathan said the ROB will be weak because people returning. Beautiful. People are leaving. Listen to this. We're picking what Jonathan said. People are leaving, returning back to their various countries. As they're doing that, what are you doing to the ROB? In return, they're selling the ROB. As they're selling the ROB, what are they doing to the USD? What are they doing? They're buying USD. That means that what we are supposed to be clicking on for the USD ROB should be what? It should be a buy. That's what I wanted from you guys. we should be clicking on a buy. You guys, you are going to watch this video. You are going to, let me tell you something. When you guys watch the video again on the YouTube channel, in the comment section, right? I want you guys to go and comment there that I just finished watching the video the first time, or if you watched it like up to 7 times, write down how many times you watch it, please. We want to know how many times did you watch it. And don't forget to like the video and share the video for others as well, right? So Jonathan said, so direction will be buy. Yes, so if direction is buy, I believe buy is up, right? Buy is up, am I correct? Sorry, I didn't draw that. I didn't draw that well, obviously. Buy should be up, am I correct? That means that after the walk up, you expect price to go up. Okay, great, let me do something for you. Let me clean up the chart, because this is the chart without any drawings, any markings. This is how your chart will be, by the way, at every time you want to trade. There won't be anything on the chart. But I want to show you guys something. This is the follow-up chart. Look at the follow-up chart. You remember this was where the walk-up ended over here. As the walk-up ended over here, look at what happened after. You can see price did what? Price went up. Immediately after the walk-up, price went up. Simple. This is how you make money. Price went up for about a week, because within that week was when mandatory for everybody, as long as you are not a citizen, you do not belong to Russia on business or whatever, living, you need to leave the country. Because you know they would have spent a lot of money on security on each day during the World Cup, spent a lot of money on this, on that. The World Cup has ended, everybody evacuate, get out. Simple. You can see what happened at the end of this World Cup scenario, where we're combining the fundamentals and technicals. The directional bias is key. USD RMB during the World Cup went down, and then what? After the World Cup, it went up. So that means that you could have made money both ways, from selling during the World Cup and also buying during the World Cup. There is not enough time. If there was enough time, I would have given you maybe about 5 more examples. But you guys can think of examples and go and do what? Go and practice. Now, let me give you an assignment before I forget. Let me give you guys an assignment. And hopefully you guys can do it and post it up. Post it up on the Telegram group, and they would help you out the more. On the Telegram group, guys, I want you to post your support and resistance drawn on charts, on as many charts as possible. Go and pick charts and start drawing support and resistance. You remember on this one, we were drawing support and resistance in this manner, something like this. We're drawing like this. So we want you to go and draw your own on charts. Your time frame that you pick is up to you. Remember, we talked about the time frame, where we talk about 1 minute, 5 minutes. These ones are too fast, leave them alone. So we would advise anything from 30 minutes and above is ideal. You can watch the market from 30 minutes, watch the market from 1 hour, 4 hours, 1 day is very ideal, right? So with that said, it's about 20 minutes after 10. Sorry to take a bit of your time, guys. I noticed that maybe 1 or 2 people already signed, and maybe they have another appointment. So we're going to be rounding up now. If you have a quick question, please let me know. If you have a quick question, if you are here and you are interested in the gifts that we have for you. I think yesterday I mentioned maybe like a one-on-one session, maybe about we could sit down together. We could iron out maybe issues that you feel you are having. Maybe you're having issues based on your emotions during trading, based on your stop loss calculation, or whatever the case may be. If you're interested in a one-on-one session with me, we can work something out. But I said something, I'm still talking to the management of 10 Trade, but then I believe you are going to have to fund your 10 Trade account. I'm not really sure how much yet, but I'm going to get back to you on that. But just be prepared for that. You are funding your account so that after you can even trade the account as well. Okay, let me just quickly read up this comments and then we'll call it a day. Kelechi said, I don't know if the Telegram link my account officer sent to me is correct, just for 4 members. Is it 4 members? I don't have the link here, sorry. Maybe you can check again. The one I have here is called 10 Trade Classroom, and there are about 7 members there. I think this one was just opened recently. The other one, because there's another group and there are, I think, about 50 people there. There's another group, I think, close to 50 people on that one. That one is more or less like the signals group. You could talk to your account manager or talk to the person that sent you the link to get more information on that. I believe you need to have at least $100 in your account in order to join that one. But the one that I'm proposing now, only if you guys don't want that. I don't know, would you guys mind a one-on-one session with me? If you would, then I could give you some more information on that so you see how you can take advantage. Somebody said, please, we need your phone number. Okay, I'm going to give out my phone number now as I did yesterday, and some people chatted me as well. This is my phone number, and my name is Tolu, right? So please, as I'm giving out my phone number, please, I need to tell everybody this because where I am now, the time is 1:21 a.m. I am 9 hours behind Nigerian time. So of course, I'm not in the country, I'm in Canada, right? So please, you won't be able to call me. You call me, they are most likely going to charge you. And WhatsApp, I don't do WhatsApp calls. People, like, if you call me after the class, I probably will not be able to pick up because I'm going to have a quick nap after this. It's a bit early. So as I'm giving you my number, that's my number there. I just hit enter. That's +2348028463230. Please, WhatsApp chats only. Let's restrict it to WhatsApp chat. Anything you need, let me know. If you're interested in one-on-one, okay, Kelechi says interested in one-on-one. Okay, interested in one-on-one, I'll get back to everybody, right? It will most likely be like a 30-minute session where both of us will be on Zoom. Since it's both of us, we can cover a lot in about 30 minutes. You would already more or less know, like Kelechi that said yes. Kelechi, are you new or are you struggling? For those that are struggling, especially, they would already know the issues that they are having. Oh, I feel I am greedy. Oh, my patience level is not there. I'm impatient. Oh, I lack discipline. Oh, I revenge a lot. Oh, I place too many trades. Oh, this, oh, that. We would talk about them and then we'll start to trash them out one after the other. You guys can see what Kelechi said. I'm struggling. No problem. Don't worry. We have been in that boat. That's why the things I mentioned now, I'm sure you are guilty of some of them or all of them, right? Because we have been in that boat just to show you that we know, you know, they say he who wears the shoe knows where it pinches. We have worn the shoe. We know where it pinches. And of course, look at it. All the things we mentioned, somebody else, not even Kelechi that said he's struggling. Joy said, I'm guilty of all, and laughing. That means that what? In conclusion, Joy has been trading for a while. I don't know how long, but Joy has been trading for a while. And all of those things we mentioned, Joy is guilty of them, right? So that means that I'm sure Joy too would want to join us in the one-on-one. Don't forget that one-on-one 30-minute session. I'm going to still get back to the management of trend trade because I cannot call the shots myself, right? We are under 10 trade roof. So I'll get back to the management, then tomorrow most likely, or maybe in the Telegram group, we'll drop it there for everybody so that everybody can take advantage. Take advantage. Most likely it's going to be a thing of you're funding your account. So as you're funding your account, you're not paying to anybody. Joy said, sure, the one-on-one section. Oh, okay. No problem. I'll give you more information on that tomorrow or maybe later today in the Telegram group, and then we'll see how everybody can connect to that. Don't worry, the money is still in your account. It's in your account. You can trade it after. Okay. Oh, great. I can't wait. Oh, no problem. So I'll get back to you on the amount of fund. And then once you meet the criteria for it, you talk to your account manager, talk to the person that connected you or whatever the case might be. You have my number as well. You can chat me up directly as well. Once we set that up, the 30 minutes session, one-on-one, please do not come with a friend. It's just strictly only you, right? If you know somebody that is interested as well, the person too should fund the same amount, which I'll give you more information on, and take advantage. It's called a one-on-one for a reason, right? With that said, please, I want to end the session. I'm going to say thank you, and I'm going to stop the recording here, right?